Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. In an interview with NHK, Ukraine's Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha expressed his deep gratitude for Japan's significant support during the ongoing conflict with Russia. He noted that Japan has provided $20 billion in financial aid since the invasion began, describing the nation as a key leader in supporting Ukraine's resilience. Highlighting Ukraine's evolution into a global drone power, Sybiha expressed a strong interest in sharing combat-tested technologies and establishing joint defense-related development projects with Japan. Furthermore, he emphasized the critical need for post-war reconstruction, specifically calling for Japanese business participation in rebuilding energy infrastructure and conducting demining operations. Sybiha characterized the reconstruction of Ukraine as the most significant global project of this century, reinforcing the importance of a continued long-term partnership with Japan. According to Gigi Press, the New York stock market saw a rebound on July 2, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average jumping 594.83 points, or over 1.1%, to close at an all-time high of 52,900.07. The rally was driven by the release of the June U.S. employment statistics earlier in the day. The jobs data led to receding expectations of further interest rate hikes by the Federal Reserve Board, FRB, boosting investor confidence and prompting a wave of buying in blue-chip stocks. Conversely, the tech-heavy NASDAQ Composite Index moved in the opposite direction, dropping 207.36 points to end the session at 25,832.67. Highlighting a divergence between traditional blue chips and technology shares. Federal Reserve Chairman Kevin Warsh stated on Wednesday that inflationary risks have subsided in recent weeks, largely driven by a significant decline in energy prices following a memorandum of understanding between the U.S. and Iran. Despite this progress, Warsh noted that the central bank remains committed to achieving price stability. Speaking at an annual European Central Bank Forum in Sintra, Portugal, alongside other major central bank leaders, Warsh offered an optimistic outlook on the long-term economic impact of artificial intelligence. While acknowledging that AI is driving up costs in sectors like computer hardware, he argued that the technology acts as a paradigm shift that will eventually boost supply-side capacity. Warsh dismissed concerns that AI would lead to widespread job losses, suggesting instead that it would generate new opportunities and drive stronger prosperity, similar to how the internet created new categories of labor. According to NBC News, the Fed chief maintained his independence, refusing to comment on future interest rate decisions or political pressure from President Donald Trump. A new UN Population Fund report warns that Cuba is facing an irreversible demographic crisis that could see its population drop to 5.6 million by the year 2100. According to the study presented in Havana, the island nation is struggling with a structural depopulation driven by a combination of rapid aging, historically low birth rates, and a continuous exodus of young professionals. UPI reports that, while official statistics once placed the population above 11 million, current estimates suggest the figure has fallen below 10 million. Experts point to the country's severe economic instability, characterized by chronic food shortages and power outages, as a primary driver for young people leaving the island. This migration trend has created a vicious cycle as the most productive and reproductive segments of society depart, further weakening the nation's economic foundation. With over 25% of the population currently aged 60 or older, the country's social security system and labor market face an imminent breakdown, leaving state structures in a precarious state of stagnation. According to a report highlighted by TechCrunch, artificial intelligence startup Anthropic is currently in discussions with Samsung to explore the development of a new custom AI chip. This move follows initial reports from April suggesting that Anthropic was considering building its own hardware to mitigate ongoing chip shortages. While talks are underway, the company has not yet finalized key details, including the chip-specific applications, server configuration, or performance capacity. Anthropic emphasized that a diversified hardware approach incorporating chips from Google, Amazon, and NVIDIA remains central to its compute strategy. The trend of developing proprietary silicon is accelerating among major AI firms, largely driven by the desire to secure specialized hardware and reduce reliance on NVIDIA's dominant market position. For instance, competitor OpenAI recently partnered with Broadcom to announce its own custom inference chip. Samsung, a major manufacturer that already produces AI training and inference chips for NVIDIA and collaborates with Google, represents a logical partner for Anthropic as it navigates this highly competitive semiconductor landscape. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.